Hello Digidestins, this is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're bringing you Nokia Black, aka Nokia Greymon or Garurumon, depending on what you want to play. Again, this is my version of the deck list. It's probably not the most optimal, but again, it might give you a good idea, maybe for a fun deck to play at locals. This deck seems very interesting at its core, being able to use Nokias to weaken out your ultimate lines to almost become free, or your champions to be free. Again, being able to play out your deck in a way that makes it so that you're playing almost like a pseudo green Digizorption build with Nokias. Again, really awesome if you can get them all out. Again, powerful, crazy, strong. So hopefully let's dive right in and let's see what this deck has in store for us, and let's see. So here is the deck list, boys and girls. So again, we're going to start off by talking about Kapurimon from BT2, which is BT-01 for us. Again, it's while this Digimon has reboot, it gains plus 1000 DP. Very powerful skill. Not many of our level 7s will be dealing with this, but our ultimate line will. I mean, ultimates and megas will be having this sort of reboot dealing with. So again, we're going to take advantage of it. And then we play Kapurimon. So when while this Digimon has blocker, it gains 1000 DP. Especially with like Agumon, getting the extra 1000 DP on your turn might help out in the long game, or even our bigger blockers will definitely be a unique interest. So again, very nice 3-2. Again, the deck is very interesting, and I'm not joking. Like, this deck can definitely surprise a lot of players. Again, because of the fact of the matter is, a lot of your deck does what it likes to do. So first off, we're going to be playing the ToyAgumon that gives reboot. So again, really nice to have the ability to reboot our mons. Gets them out of swing potential, and especially once we get to a higher enough level, our mons don't really fall to this weird minus DP. So if we can get them standing up, they have to use with Lord Nightmon, slamming down stuff that might minus our mons. Again, it doesn't help with Nokia. Nokia doesn't like ToyAgumon, sadly. This deck definitely needs a few more Agumons to even be more consistent. Next, we do play the ToyAgumon. So at the end of the opponent's turn, if your opponent's Digimon did not attack with a Digimon this turn, draw a card. Very powerful skill, especially when you have a Greymon on top of it, and then you're just past turn, and then they can't swing because you took out one of their big guys, or they're too afraid to attack. You're just going to keep plussing while they're literally falling behind because you're able to plus. Next, here is for our Nokia targets, is a viable blocker Agumon. Again, not many options for that. And then we also do play one Chuumon, because again, blue is a deck in this format, and we want to prevent them from gaining extra memory. Again, being able to prevent it is just so monumental. Next, we do play one red Agumon. Again, I would probably play up to a second one, but I don't know what else to cut. I could possibly cut the ToyAgumon out and just make it better to be up with our Agumon. Again, just to be able to search our Greymon, because it doesn't choose a color Greymon, it just chooses Greymon in general. So it's really nice to have that kind of effect. So again, we are going to take advantage of it. So that is our rookie line. It's not a bad rookie choice, and especially for Nokia. Nokia definitely helps benefit it. Let's talk about our champions now. So next, we have 4 of our amazing big boy Greymon. So while this Digimon has jamming, it gains... No, as long as it has reboot, it gains jamming. Sorry, I mixed that up. That is just my bad. So again, while this Digimon has reboot, it gains jamming. Again, being able to swing in and not worry about security helps with our BlackWarGreymon swinging in. Again, not being able to worry about the checks later down the line. You know what I mean? Because again, jamming is so niche. Next, we play 3 Dark Tyrannomon, because the 1-cost evolution definitely comes in clutch. Next, we also do play the Champion Greymon. So this Greymon's really nice because of the fact of the matter is, during your opponent's turn, if they didn't attack, you will trigger draw 1. So again, if we can get multiple, like we get ToyAgumon underneath this Greymon, again, now our opponent doesn't have much options to deal with it. So again, if they don't swing, they're going to pay the price of us plussing by 2, and so on and so forth for whatever amount of cards we get. So again, being able to plus massively is what helps this deck see its key pieces and helps win us the game. So again, we also play 2 Shademon, sorry. So security at the end of the battle, play this card from your security without paying its memory cost. Really nice to be able to cheat in a blocker, especially when your opponent is like playing Rookie Rush. Being able to cheat this in during the Rookie Rush turn throws them off completely, and they weren't expecting it. It's an extra blocker. They're not ready for this card. So again, helps out in that Rookie Rush matchup that they were going to see this card come at them. Next, let's talk about the ultimates. I think the ultimates are kind of just straightforwards. We already know we have 4 MetalGreymon. It has Reboot, which is really nice, but while this Digimon has Reboot, it gains Security +1. Again, being able to give our bigger targets like BlackWarGreymon or any of our other rebooters just an extra security attack with jamming or something like that. Just crazy. Again, very powerful. And then we also played the MetalGreymon. So when digivolving until the end of the opponent's next turn, one of your Digimon gains blocker. Especially since we are playing a reboot engine, we're going to take advantage of giving our Mons blocker, being able to swing in and then hopefully triggering the Greymon or the ToyAgumon's effect of drawing us a bunch of cards that we might need to see. So again, very powerful skills in general. I really do like it. Next, let's talk about it. So I've been talking about the WarGreymons and stuff like that. So we play 3 of the BT2 WarGreymon with blocker and reboot. Again, it's not as fast as before, but because with Nokia being able to bring this down to maybe a 1 cost evolution, or even just a 2 cost evolution, just really does help out a long game, because again, we're trying to lower the cost of what it needs to be. Next, we do play 2 BlackWarGreymon, because this one has extra security attack. So again, inherently, it's a lot better in the long game, because again, being able to swing in for 2 checks, maybe 3 with if we have MetalGreymon underneath it, again, just helps out the long game that we need. Then we play 1 Blitzy Boy, because being able to de-digivolve one of our opponent's big stacks, especially a Lord Nightmon, especially if you can hang it back a turn, then they go to Lord Nightmon, they pass turn, and then you just slam down Blitz Greymon and punish the daylights out of them. They're not too happy when that happens. So again, remember to play smart and choke out your opponent when you need to, because again, hanging back just to slam down a blitz is sometimes really clutch, because again, your opponent's not able to prevent this. So next, we also play MetalGarurumon with Reboot. Again, I know this should be like a pure Greymon build or something like that, but I think MetalGarurumon helps out being able to kill off a blocker by Digibursting 2 when digivolving. And if you couldn't kill anything, it's still a great card in the security control matchup, because again, it now knocks down 1 security, and now you can push in for game and triggering a win that you might not have had, or especially against yellow or something like that. Let's say their board is way too big and you couldn't delete any of their big mons because they didn't slap down anything small enough for you to delete. Now they lose that extra security. Again, because again, it counts by play cost. So if they slam down Lucimon just to try to get that final heal out, MetalGarurumon could come in and just delete it, and then you can just swing in for game from there. Again, really powerful, because again, we can also lower it with Nokia, being if we can get it down to 1, now your opponent is just dead because this MetalGarurumon just got that final push in that you needed. Let's talk about, so that is our ultimate line, our mega line. It's not a bad mega line. If you guys have any suggestions that you might think are a lot better, let me know. Next, we do play 2 Omnimon Zwart defeats. Again, it's really nice. He is an Omnimon, so he does cost 1 less if we rest Nokia for it. So again, it really does help out because then we can have Omnimon Zwart defeat come in and just clear your house. Being able to delete one of our opponent's Digimon, especially in the yellow matchup, being able to set them back a turn is just nasty because again, if they don't have enough TKs or they only saw that one TK, Zwart defeat deletes it and you just laugh at them at that point. They're kind of done for. There's not much else they can do. Next, we do play one Alter S. But the fact of the matter is it clears a Rookie Rush board a little bit easier. And again, you want to be able to clear that Rookie Rush board as soon as possible because an Alter S can just clear it. And then we do play one Zwart. Zwart is in here for the fact of the matter he can mill the top 3 cards of your deck. And then you get 2 Ultimate Digimon out of the trade. So again, or less. So being able to get a blocker back or something bigger is always nice and very clutch. Again, this does a lot of damage, so when attacking, also can delete one of our opponent's mon. Again, that's our goal here, is just to take out big threats. Let's talk about the Tamers. So again, I've been talking about our Nokia for like the whole video. This is the whole video's backbone here. Nokia. So when on play an Agumon or a Gabumon from your hand without paying its memory costs, we're only going to be able to put the blocker down, or we're only going to be able to put down the Agumon that says look at the top 3 and try to filter to grab our Greymons if you're missing anything. So again, she's really good in the sense that also her ability when digivolving one of your Digimon into a Greymon, Garurumon, or Omnimon, you can spend this Tamer to reduce the cost by 1. Again, she can't do anything against, let's say, the Dexadura, Burning Greymon, or WarGreymon. But again, that's fine. We don't need her for that because they're not even in this game. So again, being able to reduce, if she can get a couple of these out, even from the security, anything like that, 2 of them just makes it so you are now only paying 1 cost for your ultimates, make cheaper megas. Just everything gets cheaper when you can rest your Nokia. So again, we also play 2 Izzies. I feel like having an extra is 3K memory resetter. The memory resetting is just super important with this deck because again, we can consistently keep it at 3. Nokia will keep it so we keep our evolution costs down low. Again, we need to keep our memory at 3. Again, we also being able to be on play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If they're all black, gain a memory. So he can be a 3 cost, which is really important in this game because being cheaper to play is so good. And especially if, let's say, you check in security, again, the effect goes off and then you can just force it over to your turn. Would annoy the daylights. It's like a mini hammer spark if they're at 0, and then it boop, it's like, I just lost my turn. But again, being able to stack your deck is super important. We're not going to be recovering. That's not what we're caring about. We're not caring about recovery. We're only caring about the fact of the matter is knowing the next 3 cards is half the battle in this deck. Being able to know what cards are in your hand is just super good. What's coming in for your next couple draws. Being able to have a basically Sensei's Divining Top and Magic. Being able to look at the top couple of your deck. Just to be able to say, oh, I could use this card. I could use this card. It's just so good. And guys, hopefully you enjoyed this deck profile. I know this isn't normally my forte and stuff like that with black, but I figured this is kind of spicy. I know it topped 8 in, or got topped 16 of the New Jersey Regional last weekend, the $10,000 cup. So again, hopefully we enjoyed this video. And guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.